Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new here. I am your host, Darren James. Glad to have you all here with me here today. Hope you're all doing well. If you guys don't mind, please remember to like, subscribe and comment. Helps a bunch, really shows your support, and really helps my channel along the way. Today, I'm going to be talking about Happy Gilmore 2. You might remember the first Happy Gilmore movie, which was way back in 1996, which starred Adam Sandler as a hockey player turned pro golfer. Right now, there are plans for a sequel at Netflix. So, with that being said, let's get on with today's episode, shall we? Happy Gilmore 2 is apparently being developed by Adam Sandler, and his script even exists. Shooter McGavin actor Christopher Mcdonald revealed the news during a radio interview on Odyssey's 92.3 The Fan. McDonald said he had a recent run-in with Sandler, who unexpectedly poured out their first draft for the sequel to the 1996 sports comedy classic. I saw Adam Sandler about 2 weeks ago, and he says to me, "McDonald, you're gonna love this." "McDonald, you're gonna love this," McDonald said. I said to him, "What?" He says, "How about that?" And he showed me the first draft of Happy Gilmore 2. Maybe you should cut that out of this audio because I don't want to be a liar. But he did show me that, and I thought, well, that would be awesome. So it was in the works, the fans demanded. Sandler starred in and co-wrote Happy Gilmore, which was directed by Dennis Dugan. The sports comedy remains one of Sandler's most popular comedies. He plays the eponymous Happy Gilmore, a hockey player with anger management issues who discovers he's also got a talent for golf. Personally, I would have stuck to hockey, but that's my personal opinion. Happy joins the golf tour circuit to win money to save his grandmother's house and faces off against an arrogant, pro-named Shooter McGavin played by McDonald. The supporting cast also includes Modern Family favourite Julie Bowen and Carl Weathers, may he rest in peace. Weathers died last month, and Sandler was one of the first prominent actors to pay tribute to his late co-star on social media. "A true great man, great dad, great actor, great athlete, so much fun to be around always," Sandler wrote of his Happy Gilmore co-star and friend. "Smart as hell, loyal as hell, funny as hell, loved his sons more than anything, what a guy. Everyone loved him. My wife and I had the best times with him every time we saw him. Love to his entire family, and Carl will always be known as a true legend." I mean, that's a beautiful tribute right there. You couldn't get any better words to describe Carl Weathers than what Adam Sandler put into words, in my opinion. Happy Gilmore opened in 1996 and made nearly $40 million at the worldwide box office. The movie helped Sandler become one of the biggest comedy stars of the decade, along with titles such as Billy Madison, The Waterboy, The Wedding Singer, Big Daddy, and more. Universal Pictures released Happy Gilmore. And this project is apparently being developed at Netflix as well, according to some recent reports, which I'm okay with. I'm perfectly fine with that. As long as the movie is good and it's solid, I'm completely fine with a Happy Gilmore 2. I loved the first one as a kid. I remember watching it and having so many laughs with it. It's one of those movies where even a lot of my other family members watched it and still love it to this day probably. Although we haven't really watched it together in a long time, so that's hard to really say on the top of my head, but I would imagine it probably still lands at one of the top of his great movies that he's made over the years. I've always been a big Adam Sandler fan, especially when it comes to his older comedies like Billy Madison, The Waterboy, The Longest Yard, Big Daddy, You Don't Mess With the Sohan, Little Nicky, so many others. Some of his recent films I've not really paid attention to because they all just feel the same. I think the last movie I really loved by Adam Sandler was the Grown Ups movies, 1 and 2. Probably the first one more than the second one, but nonetheless, I am a big Adam Sandler fan. I just haven't really cared about any of his recent movies. Although I have been meaning to check out Uncut Gems, which was more of a serious acting role for Adam Sandler, which I was actually surprised about because he doesn't really do much serious acting in terms of movies. So when I heard about this movie and how good he was in this movie, even when he's playing a serious role with less comedy in it, I was like, okay, well, I think he got nominated for like a bunch of awards as well for that role in Uncut Gems. So that made it even more interesting. So I was like, okay, well, sooner or later I gotta give this movie a chance and actually watch it, because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I'm very curious to see how Adam Sandler does in terms of serious acting. One of the funny things I've been seeing on social media as of late is the actor Christopher McDonald in character as Shooter McGavin. He's been posting like references to Adam Sandler and also pictures of Adam Sandler on social media. And he's like, I can't believe I lost to this guy at golf. Of all things, I lost to this guy at golf. In number 2, I'm going to go back and buy Grandma's house again. So it's fun seeing, like, it's fun as a fan who grew up with that movie, looking back and like, man, these guys had actually really great chemistry in the first movie. So it kind of makes you want to like relive the movie again, but also maybe, just maybe, want to see the second movie again. Even though it might not live up to the expectations of the first movie, which is perfectly fine because we still had the first movie, but it's still something that I feel like people would want to see in some way. Especially if you're an old school die-hard fan of Adam Sandler and a lot of his older movies. So I'm very curious to know what you guys think about this. I'm excited for Happy Gilmore 2, especially if he's going to Netflix, because at least then I don't have to worry about wasting my money as such if the movie's not good. At least I can say, well, I don't have to leave the house. I can just get some snacks and watch Happy Gilmore 2 whenever it decides to come out. And if it's good, great. If it's not, oh well. I've still got the first one to keep close to my heart, and that my family will always love and enjoy. I'm very curious to know why exactly Adam Sandler decides, right, okay, now's the right time to make a Happy Gilmore 2. Now's the perfect time. I wonder if he just wants to introduce it to a new audience, or whether he feels as though, you know, this is like a passion project for him in some ways. Either way, and I'm very excited for Happy Gilmore 2 whenever it comes out. I'm definitely going to give it a chance. I'm definitely going to re-watch the first one eventually. I'm going to buy it on DVD, because apparently it's not available on any streaming service unless you want to rent or buy it, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But what do you guys think about this? Are you excited for a Happy Gilmore 2? Are you interested in a Happy Gilmore 2? Do you like the first movie? What are your favourite other Adam Sandler movies that he's made in the past? Are you a fan of his any recent Netflix movies that he's been putting out? Let me know down below. And until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.